This is the brand new 2023 Lexus RZ450e, the very first fully electric vehicle from Lexus. It looks like an RX, but no, it's an RZ. So let me tell you more about it. It's clear the front end does look like a RX. You can see the same kind of nose that's sticking out and flattens, but there's no more grille. That grille has been replaced with just body panel because this is fully electric now. You don't need all that air to go in. The headlights on both sides, and you got a little bit color variation here, right? You have a two-tone setup. It does look quite unique in the front. I'm not so sure I'm sold on this look. I don't know, what do you guys think? Looking at the side view, this definitely looks like a RX, but it does look like the roof has been shrunken down a little bit, more aerodynamic probably to increase efficiency, right? But you can see the wheel fenders are painted. These nice looking wheels exclusive to the RZ. And of course you have low drag tires to give you maximum range, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. If you look, there's nice curves, right? You have wide hips back here. It's a nice looking SUV. Take a look on top. The spoiler on top, usually there's just one piece. Now it's like two little fins on both sides. And then getting to the rear, again, it looks like the new RX, but it's been changed. You see the LED tail lights, and it stretches in the middle. It connects through. You have the Lexus lettering in the middle, right? Just a whole bunch of flatness over here. The bottom bumper, obviously, there's no exhaust tips or anything like that. You see a couple of fake grills on either side. Not sure how I feel about that, but take a look. It also is equipped with Direct 4, which is just a fancy way of saying this has all-wheel drive. So this is what the trunk space looks like. You have ample amount of room, although on top, the clearance is cut off by how slanted the tailgate is, kind of like the RX again. On the bottom, you have a little trunk space for additional things, but good amount of space back here. Of course, power tailgate. Look at this, look at this. This is a unique looking steering wheel. I would say Lexus probably got inspired by Tesla with their yoke steering wheel, because that's exactly what this is. It's a two-spoke. I don't know how you define this. If this is now a two-spoke steering wheel. The reason for this is because obviously you get a clear view of your gauge cluster, which looks like isn't fully digital. It looks like it's only probably like an 8-inch screen in there, right? But you get an unobstructed view of your gauge cluster and also of the road. You have a giant 14-inch screen. This is pretty standard now with Lexus's. The interface and navigation, pretty easy to understand. The one problem with this, just like the RX, is the climate control function kind of stays there forever. You can't minimize it. It just stays above, which cuts off this massive screen quite a bit. It cuts off like 20 or 30%. Take a look on top. Right now it's frosted. If you want to let some light in, you just press this button, boom. Wow, wow. Tesla and others need to copy this. This is like CIA kind of technology. That's really, really cool. So yeah, so you could see the digital gauge cluster. Unfortunately, it's not the whole thing. It's like an 8-inch screen. I don't know why they didn't just stretch it out all the way, but this looks pretty standard according to other Lexuses I have reviewed. You see the steering wheel is set up the same way. These two control menu items that you can't see right now, but I could see on the heads-up display. And it's kind of confusing because some of this is for your modes and music, and some of this is for like forward and backward, your phone voice control, but they're not marked on the steering wheel. I only see it in the heads-up display, which I can't show you right now, but you see under here too, you have wipers over here, auto, and you could adjust the speed, and over here there's a little thing for your lights, auto lights, daytime running lights, turning on lights manually. So it does seem like Lexus is also imitating or getting inspired by Tesla, trying to get rid of some of the knobs or columns, trying to simplify things into the steering wheel. However, it is daunting if you're looking at it this way. There's just a lot going on. Plus, you still do have some traditional stalks in the back, so they didn't accomplish everything they wanted. Up here, you also do have paddle shifters. Take a look at the seats. These are not leather seats. They're like Alcantara seats. And you'll see it on a door panel as well. But normally speaking, you see a whole lot of leather in luxury vehicles. But this one, you have a little leather on the side, but the whole seat is basically Alcantara. It looks great, it feels great, very comfortable. So the back of this RZ is quite spacious. You can see a few inches of leg room, plenty of headroom, right? The dual panoramic sunroofs on top lets a lot of light in, right? The seats, just like the front, covered in this Alcantara cloth material. Feels good, feels really good. Now, back here, passengers do have heated seats and also a couple USB ports. You can see right here, no cooling function. There is a 12V outlet down here. And then look at the way you open the doors, just like the new RX, you kind of push it, right? So you kind of push it, but in case you run out of power, emergencies, you could do this, where you pull it twice, you could see there. That's how you could also open the door in case of emergencies. But this is something new from Lexus that you have to get used to. So this is what it looks like under the hood. In total, you're going to get about 313 horsepower. In terms of EV range, it's about 220, but it really depends on your wheel configuration, because if you have larger wheels, like the 20-inch wheels, the range actually goes down to about 196. But overall, you're getting about 220 total EV range, and 0 to 60 comes in around 5 seconds. And then this is where you charge. By the way, the charging port is on this side. It's not electric, it's manual, so you do have to open it. And then you do see a fake cover over here. Makes you think like there is something under here, but no. But I don't know why they made it this way where it actually presses in, but this doesn't open. Now, as for pricing, the brand new 2023 RZ450e has 2 trim levels. The premium, which starts a tad under $60,000, and the luxury, which starts over $65,000. The good thing is both of these trims come with all-wheel drive. But if you wanted maximum range, well, then you have to go with the premium because you do have the smaller wheels. But if you want maximum looks, then you go with the luxury, but unfortunately you're sacrificing a little bit of the range. So there you go. This is the brand new, fully electric RZ450e from Lexus. Do you think it has what it takes to compete with the Tesla Model Y? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.